Good morning. My name is Captain Clare, and I will be the Parade Master of Ceremonies today. On behalf of Lieutenant Colonel Vandekloot, the Commanding Officer of the 3rd Canadian Division Training Center, welcome to the graduation parade of Basic Military Qualification 0293 Rimini Line Platoon. Commanded by Sub-Lieutenant David Beltrami, the Parade 2IC is Warrant Officer Christian Germain. Today, we have the privilege of having Lieutenant Colonel Vandekloot as the reviewing officer. Lieutenant Colonel Vandekloot is from Kentville, Nova Scotia, after having completed a Bachelor of Arts in History and a Bachelor of Education at the University of New Brunswick. He joined the Canadian Armed Forces in 2002 as a direct entry officer. The reviewing officer will be arriving shortly. During the parade, I will ask you to rise for his arrival, the playing of our national anthem, the march past, and again for the advance and review order. Thank you. Please rise for the arrival of the reviewing officer and the playing of our national anthem. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Please be seated.
Sir, so is Town Berkshire, 155, Untitled 214, the course officer for DQ0239. Would you like to review your troops, sir? Yeah.
The reviewing officer will now conduct the inspection of the parade.
Sir, permission to conduct the march past?
Please rise for the march past. please be seated.
Sir, permission to bring the presentation awards and sound opportunities. Yeah, that's good.
We will now proceed with the awards and presentations for BMQ 0293. Guests are welcome to come forward and take photographs if they wish. The first award we will be handing out is the Top Candidate Award, which is selected by the course instructional staff. It is awarded to the soldier who has been deemed to best combine teamwork, fieldcraft, individual soldier skills, and leadership. It will be presented by Lieutenant Colonel Vanderkloot, the reviewing officer. The recipient is Private Portress.
Perfect. Thank you.
Lieutenant Colonel Vanderkloot will now present the award for Top Shot. This award goes to the soldier who best combined shooting ability with physical fitness by achieving the highest score during their personal weapons test. The recipient is Private Folkerts. The Most Physically Fit Award is presented to the soldier who most impressed their chain of command with their physical abilities, not only on morning runs and during strength training, but more significantly, while in the field under heavy pack and through periods of physical and mental duress. This award will also be presented by the reviewing officer, Lieutenant Colonel Vanderkluet. The recipient is Private DeRosier. In the Canadian Army, you never fight alone. For the Infantry Corps, a fire team partner will always be by your side, and this building block is the foundation of trust and operational effectiveness upon which all teamwork is founded. Your fire team partner shares a trench, watches your back, and picks you up when you fall down. Applying this level of camaraderie and teamwork to the platoon or course level, the Coursemanship Award is voted on by the candidates to recognize that unsung hero who put forth their greatest effort for the betterment of the team. The reviewing officer will present this award. The recipient is Private Cecile.
Thank you.
Part of being a soldier is understanding and applying lessons learned. During BMQ, these soldiers have transformed themselves from civilians into basic level soldiers. There are many lessons to be learned, and this is done in a stressful environment. All candidates entered into this training cycle at various levels of understanding. The candidate that has come the farthest from day one to become a soldier has demonstrated the best improvement. The recipient is Private Casaway. This concludes the awards and presentations. The reviewing officer will now address the parade.
Okay, listen, this is a big day, okay? We don't get to do this often enough in the training center here, but to graduate folks off any course, let alone your very first course in the military, is quite a feat. So congratulations to every single one of you. The RSM and I have had time to view you throughout your course. We got to know some of you, and we're proud of everything you guys have achieved. So I would say that this is probably going to be the most impactful course that you will have throughout the rest of your military career, in most cases. There may be highlights later on, not to say this is the peak and everything after this is not good. That's not what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to say is the transformation that you folks have gone through over the last few weeks has been quite something. I remember not that long ago, sitting in the lecture training facility, before you were issued your uniforms, some of you in desperate need of a haircut and addressing you. And think back to that moment, all the things that you've learned from then until now. So, not that long ago, every single one of you signed on the dotted line to volunteer to join the Canadian Armed Forces. No one forced you to join, it's a volunteer army. You volunteered to step forward and represent the interests of Canada abroad and to protect Canadians. That takes courage and that takes bravery. So congratulations to all of you. Today, you've proven that you all have what it takes to pass basic military qualification and move forward onto whatever's next. So I've got your program here. I understand you haven't seen this yet, but you guys will get a copy of this afterward and you can share it with friends and family at home. But inside, it talks to what basic military qualification is. So the aim is to graduate a non-commissioned member, which is every single one of you, to be focused, to be physically robust, to be mentally resilient, and able to function effectively as a member of a small team in basic operations. So in garrison or at home and in the field. And you understand the duties of the profession of arms in Canada. So I believe that's what every single one of you have achieved over the last little while. And I know that because of your section staff and your platoon staff who have said they've essentially given you that stamp of approval. So to the staff, starting with the OC and Sergeant Major of the company, Sub-Lieutenant Beltrami, Warrant Germain, the section staff standing on the flanks. Thank you for what you've done over the last several weeks, okay? This is the first DBMQ we've run here. There's been a lot of challenges in figuring out how we need to conduct business, not only to run the course, but to execute it safely in a COVID environment. And we've done that. So congratulations to every one of you. And lastly, I'd like to speak to those that are watching at home or who will see this video in due course. Whether you're a family member, whether you're a friend, or you just generally support the folks that are standing here today, it's super important. Thank you for the support that you've given them to this point. Thank you in advance to the support that you'll give them throughout the rest of their careers. For those of us in uniform that have deployed or have been away for extended periods of time, we can all attest to the fact that it's support that we get from family and friends at home is what enables us to do what we do. So thank you very much. Finally, back to the graduates. You're not finished yet. We get Christmas break. You can pause, recharge your batteries, reflect on what you've learned and what you've been through over the last several weeks. But the next bound is DP1 Infantry in the new year, okay? We're ready to rock again, and you'll learn what it takes to be an infanteer, okay? It's something to look forward to. It's a challenging course, but as I said to each and every one of you, on your day one here in Wainwright, hundreds of folks have gone through before you, okay? You guys have the equipment you need, you have the skills you need to start that course and to be successful. So I look forward to watching you further develop and transform into infantry officers.
Please rise for the playing of God Save the Queen and remain standing for the advance and review order. Please remain standing for the advance and review order. Please remain standing for the departure of the reviewing officer.
Congratulations, soldiers. Well done. Let's put up for today.
Platoon alert!
Upon completion of today's parade, the graduates will line up for their course photo. Guests are welcome to come forward and take photographs.
Close order! Right!
Please stand for the departure of today's graduates.